welcome back to Tariq Talk. Today, I'm in Centre Pompidou in Paris, one of the most iconic and radical museum spaces in the world. From the outside, the building immediately sets the tone. With its exposed pipes, bold colors, and inside-out architecture, the Pompidou feels less like a traditional museum and more like a machine for culture, something alive, constantly moving, constantly evolving. And that energy continues as you step inside. The museum unfolds across multiple levels, each one offering a different perspective on modern and contemporary art. There's a sense of openness here, large, flexible spaces that allow the exhibitions to breathe and expand. As you move through the galleries, you're not just following a fixed path, you're navigating a landscape of ideas. The collection itself is one of the most significant in the world, tracing the evolution of modern art through movements like Cubism, Surrealism, and Abstract Expressionism, and into contemporary practices that challenge and redefine what art can be. You encounter works by artists who have shaped the language of art as we know it. Paintings, sculptures, installations that feel both historical and still incredibly present. What's striking is how the Pompidou presents these works not as static objects, but as part of an ongoing conversation. The exhibitions feel fluid, creating connections between different time periods, different styles, and different ways of seeing. As you move through the spaces, you shift between moments of recognition and moments of surprise. A familiar masterpiece might sit next to a contemporary installation that completely disrupts your expectations. There's also a strong emphasis on experimentation. You see artists pushing materials to their limits, playing with scale, with texture, with perception. Some works are minimal and restrained, while others are immersive, pulling you into environments that feel almost cinematic. And then there are the temporary exhibitions, which bring a different kind of focus. These shows dive deeper into specific artists or themes, offering a more concentrated experience. Some exhibitions explore the boundaries between art and design. Others look at the relationship between art and technology, while others focus on individual artists whose work has reshaped contemporary practice. There's a sense that the museum is constantly in dialogue with the present, responding to new ideas, new technologies, and new ways of thinking about art. What also makes the experience unique is the way the building frames the city. As you move upward, the view of Paris begins to open up. Through the large windows and from the terraces, the city becomes part of the experience, almost like another layer of the exhibition. You see the rooftops, the streets, the movement of people, and it creates this connection between the art inside and the life happening outside. The Pompidou doesn't separate art from the world, it places them in conversation. As you move through the museum, there's a constant shift between past and present, between structure and freedom, between the familiar and the unexpected. It's a space that invites exploration, curiosity, and reflection. And by the time you leave, you don't just feel like you've seen art, you feel like you've moved through a living archive of ideas, one that continues to expand and transform with every step.